Greetings students, you are most welcome in my English classes. Today I am present here with the topic present tense. Students, actually we'll discuss about present indefinite tense. But before present indefinite tense, I want to tell you the definition of present tense. Students, there may be question in your minds, what is the definition of present tense? I think you have searched a lot of time, dictionaries, Google and grammars, and you have got a lot of definitions about present tense. But I am present here with a simple definition of present tense. Present tense is the form of verb that denotes the situations which are happening, just happened, habitually or regularly happen. Students, according to the definition of present tense is a form of verb. It denotes the situations, what is happening, what has just happened, what happens habitually or regularly. Students, I mean to say, it tells, it denotes, it expresses about the situations related to the present time. Students, I want to tell you through this definition, present tense shows the present actions. I mean to say, which actions are going on, which actions have just happened, or which actions habitually or regularly happen. Students, here you can check which are happening, just happened, habitually or regularly happen. All these situations are related to present tense. Present indefinite tense. Students, we should also know the definition of present indefinite tense. I think it's very necessary to know the definition. Present indefinite tense is the form of verb that denotes regular or habitual status of an event or mode of time of an action. Students, as we have studied in the last slide, the same situation is here. Present indefinite tense is also a form of verb which denotes the time of an action or status of an event, but it denotes about regularity or habitual status. I mean to say, it denotes about habitual or regular status of an event or mode of time of an action. Students, next we'll discuss expressed by. Students, it's necessary to know how can we express present indefinite tense. Students, we can express by two ways. I mean to say, by the use of two kinds of sentences: assertive sentences and interrogative sentences. I think you know very well assertive sentences has two kinds: affirmative sentences and negative sentences. In very simple way, we can say there are three modes of sentences: affirmative, negative and interrogative. Next, use of verb. It means what form of verb is used in this tense. First form of verb is used with first and second person in affirmative sentences. Students, it is very necessary to know about the present indefinite tense. In affirmative sentences, there is no need to use helping verb. It means the main verb works or does the action of a verb or a helping verb. Both works are done by the main verb. That's why there is no need of helping verb. As I go to school. Students, I think you have studied about persons a lot of time. There are three persons: first, second and third. In first, as a subject, you can consider not considered, sorry for that, I and we. As a subject in second, you, and in third, he, she, it, they, and any name. Students, in this way we can know about the situation of the sentences. As I told you, when the subject of sentence is first and second person, we can use the first form of verb. But students, keep in your mind, I have denoted at the last of these rules about third person in plural stage. We can use first form of verb with plural nouns, plural I can say objects, things, or the name we can consider in it. It means if the person is third, but there is the stage that shows plural status, we can use. It means we have to use, I can say, the first form of verb as we use with first and second person. Second, SOES is tagged with first form of verb with third person in singular stage in affirmative sentences. Students, this one is very important. It means when a subject is third person but in singular stage, we can use SOES with the first form of verb. As he goes to school. Here you can check with go there is es. It means es is added with the form of verb. I mean to say first form of verb, and combinedly we can say goes. He goes to school. Why have we used es with this form? Because our subject is he. Do not plus first form of verb is used with first hand. Hand is not. This is not hand. This is and. Students, here not hand and second person in negative sentences. I mean to say, students, in negative sense we have to use helping verb, but we have to keep in our mind with first and second person, and thirdly I can say the third person in plural stage we can use do as a helping verb. But students, you know very well, if we want to show negativity in any statement we have to use not. That's why here is an example: I do not go to school. Doesn't. This not doesn't, does not plus first form of verb is used with third person in singular stage in negative sentences. Yes, students, if the subject of the sentence is third person but in singular stage, we have to use does as a helping verb. After does we have to use not. Example is he does not go to school. Here does not is used. I can show you does not. Next is this one, students. Do plus subject plus first form of verb is used with first and second person in direct interrogative sentences. Direct interrogative sentences, students, I mean to say which sentences is started by directly with helping verb. It means helping verb is in this tense. There are two helping verbs, do and does. That's why we can place do or does at first in the sentences. In this way, I have given here the example, do we go to school? You know very well, students, we is considered, and we is the subjective case in first person. Next, does plus subject plus first form of verb is used with third person in singular stage in interrogative sentences. It means direct interrogative sentences. Does she go to school? Here does is used because she is the subject in this sentence and she is third person and in a singular stage. Next, WH word plus do plus subject plus first form of verb is used with first and second person. Students, don't forget the use of third person in plural stage in indirect interrogative sentences. Students, this is misprinted sentences. It means sentences. Don't consider sentence school. No, it's not. As why do we go to school? Student, here means we can start these sentences by WH words. Keep in your mind and listen me carefully. When a sentence is started by do or does, that is called direct interrogative sentence. If a sentence is started by WH word, that is called indirect interrogative sentences. So this one is the example of indirect interrogative sentences. Next, WH word plus does plus subject plus first form of verb is used with third person in singular stage in indirect interrogative sentences as what does he do? Students, here is used does because he is the subject of this sentence. Students, keep in your mind there are three helping verbs: do, does, or did. If these three are used as a helping verb, we have to use only the first form of verb in the sentences. Yes, you should keep in your mind. Next is do plus subject plus not plus first form of verb is used with first and second person in direct interrogative negative sentences. We can place negative before interrogative word. As do I not tell you about Rama? Students, in this sentence there is a slight change. That is the change about not. It means negligence. Or we can say this is the example of direct question, but with the direct question there is one thing extra, that is not. It means negativity in this sentence. Or means students, I can say you, I think you have understood what I want to tell you, or what I want to denote, or what I want to convey, like my idea. Next is or. It means we can also write like this: don't plus subject plus first form of verb is used with first and second person in direct interrogative negative sentences. It means we can also write like this: we can combine do plus not. It means don't. I tell you about Rama. We can also write in this way. Next is does plus subject plus not plus first form of verb is used with third person in singular stage in direct negative interrogative sentences as does she not speak with you? Yes, here is only the change of a helping verb. The helping verb is does because the subject of this sentence is she. It means third person. In the next, doesn't plus subject plus first form of verb is used with the third person in singular stage in direct negative interrogative sentences. Yes, students, here is the combined word does plus not. Doesn't she speak with you? It means both sentences are right. Next, what plus do plus subject plus not first form of verb is used with first and second person in indirect negative interrogative sentences. Indirect negative interrogative sentences. It means sentences are the reflection of interrogative, but there is negativity. What do we not do for success? Yes, students, here you can check after the subject there is not, but don't try to combine do plus not. Don't here. It's not adequate. I think uh, it looks odd. So no need to combine. Next, what plus does plus subject plus not plus first form of verb with third person in singular stage in indirect negative interrogative sentences. I think students, you know very well, here is the matter of subject. What subject is he? That's why we can use does as a helping verb, and the sentence will be why does he not come here? It means there is a question, but here is negativity also. Students, don't forget this line. This is the base of this tense. The rules of first and second person are also used with third person in plural stage. It means what rules we apply with first and second person, all those rules will be applied with the third person in plural stage. It means when the subject of any sentence, I mean to say, the sentence is related to present indefinite tense, and the subject is third person, but in a plural stage, we can use the same rule what we use with the first and second person. Structure of the sentences. Here are structures. Affirmative sentences, subject plus first form of verb plus object. Here you can check, students. Here these are they, subject, go, first form of verb, to school, object. In this way we can frame sentences. Or subject plus first form of verb. Second, we can also use s or es, but it depends on subject. Subject, here in bracket you can see third person in singular stage. If our subject is third person in singular stage, plus we have to use first form of verb with s or es plus object, like he sings a song. Sings, I have added s with sing because the subject of this sentence is he. Negative sentences. Students, you know very well, I have just told you there are two helping verbs, do or does. Do is used with first person, second person and third person also, but in third person we have to check whether the subject is singular or plural. In plural stage we can use do, otherwise does is used with the he, she, it and singular nouns. First, you do not understand my talk. There is no gap with my and talk. Here you can see the subject is you, that's why do is used in this sentence. Second, subject. If third person in singular stage, we can use here does not, like he does not follow my order. Interrogative sentences. Do or does plus subject plus first form of verb plus object, like do I abuse you? In this way we can start by helping verbs, like second, do or does plus subject plus not plus first form of verb plus object. It means in this sentence there is negativity. Does she not assist you? I think, students, you have understood what I mean to say. Here is negativity and here is positivity. Next is WH word. What, why, where, when, how, etc., like, where, as, whenever, plus do or does plus subject plus first form of verb plus object. Like you can check this example. Why do I listen you? I have used here do because I is the subject in this sentence. Next, WH word plus do or does plus subject plus not plus first form of verb plus object. Here I have used she, third person. That's why I have used here does. Why? What does she not do for her success? Students, I think you have understood what I want to tell you. There are some examples. I teach you, he teaches you, they teach you. In these three sentences, you can check. There is the difference of subject with I, first form of verb, with he, s or es with first form of verb, with they. Whether you know very well, they is third person, but here it is because they is plural. I do not, don't teach you. Do not you can also say. He doesn't teach you, they don't teach you. Here you can check the helping verb. Students, here you can check the helping verb. What with they, don't, doesn't, with he, and don't with I. It means you know very well, and I have told you with first, second, and third person in plural stage we can use do, otherwise does, and this is the combination plus not, doesn't and don't. Next, do I teach you? Students, it's interrogative sentence. Do I not teach you? This is negative. Don't I teach you? This is the same with the former sentence. Do I not teach you? Does he teach you? Does he not teach you? Doesn't he teach you? The last two sentences are same. Do they teach you? Do they not teach you? Don't they teach you? It means the last two are same. Next, there are 5 WH words: what, when, where, why. How do I teach you? Why do I teach you? Where do I teach you? When do I teach you? We can say here. But students, one thing is same. Here you can check this one and this one. This is same. It means if we want to make direct question into indirect question, we can place only these WH words before direct interrogative sentences. Here you can check. Does he teach you? Does he teach you? Okay, students. Do they teach you? Do they teach you? Do I not teach you? Do I not teach you? Students, I think you know very well. Does he not teach you? Does he not teach you? Do they not teach you? Do they not teach you? The situations are the same. Only there is slight difference of WH words. I think students, this video will help you a lot. Thank you for watching my video. If you want to get more information by my side, please like this video, subscribe my channel so that I can provide you good matter for the study. Thanks students. Have a great time.